Bro, what?
Let's ride.
To be a Steeler is to consider others before you consider yourself. To protect your brother, even from himself. To give support at your own expense. And when wearing the black and gold suit of armor, make sure nobody desecrates it, disrespects it. Most importantly, we ourselves don't dishonor it. From previous legends who have donned the black and gold. These virtues I learned while playing for the Steelers are what make the legacy of the black and gold timeless. They are passed down in the locker room from the steel curtain to anyone who valiantly wears the black and gold. Creating a brotherhood that is deeper than money, business, and winning. To be a Steeler is to consider others before you consider yourself. This is our culture, Steeler culture.
Now, here are your hosts, Rob and Dan, the Steel Twins.
Let's ride.
Steelers Nation, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday night. This is episode number 72 of the Steeler Culture Podcast. We have the Steel Twins here to talk about the breaking news of what happened. Today was the deadline for Najee Harris's fifth-year option. Not just Najee Harris, but also one
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, man. And one of them was not a surprise in Justin Fields. The other, however, was a little bit of a surprise, man, at least to us. To some of you guys, it may not have been because of various reasons, which we will discuss tonight. But the Steelers have declined Najee Harris's fifth-year option. Interesting.
Caught me off guard.
It definitely caught me off guard as well, man. There's mixed reactions about this.
Mixed emotions, too.
Regarding Najee and the fact he plays the running back position in their market and their value in regards to teams around the NFL and how it's pretty much diminishing year in and year out the more we advance farther into a passing league.
Yeah.
Or even just the fact that he is 26 years old right now and they don't have long lifespans. They don't have long shelf lives. They don't. But there's also one of those questions out there where, well, the Steelers invested a first-round pick in Najee Harris, and they didn't exercise the fifth-year option when Najee has not missed one single game in 3 years, has started all 51 of those games, and has had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. So he's been consistent. He's been very good as a first-round selection.
Yes, he's done everything that you would ask for a first-round running back, first-round pick in general. Consistency, he's grown as a leader. He's grown as a key factor into the Steelers' offense, into the Steelers' running game.
Now, he's not putting up crazy numbers. He's not. If we're being honest, he's barely stretching over the 1,000 mark, but even still, with what he has been given, what his surround system has been for the last 3 years, I mean, I think Najee Harris, in a lot of ways, is underappreciated from a vast majority of Steelers Nation. That's just my opinion. And the Steelers declined the fifth-year option. Why did they do that? There's many reasons they could have done it. Various reasons. And I don't even know where to start with those reasons. But the one I can start with is the fact that Omar Khan did not draft him. Kevin Colbert did. In Colbert's second to last draft, he selected Najee Harris.
Yeah.
That was the previous regime. That was the previous GM. That was not Omar Khan. And if you haven't been able to tell in the past couple of years, Omar Khan is getting rid of a majority of the Colbert funk from his previous draft classes. He couldn't wait to get rid of Claypool. He couldn't wait to get rid of Kenny Pickett. He extended Highsmith, so there's one there.
He couldn't wait to get rid of Kendrick Green. He couldn't wait to get rid of Kevin Dotson.
Oh,
You know,
God.
like
he couldn't wait to replace Stan Moore.
He's getting rid of the dead weight. He's trimming the fat off the team that Kevin Colbert left behind.
So, yeah.
Which is, thank goodness.
Yes.
'Cause, I mean, they did no favors for
We're
us.
better
on
off
the team.
for it, man. We're better off for it. Our line is better off for
But
it.
there's a difference between guys like Kendrick Green and Kevin Dotson compared to Najee Harris. To me, it doesn't matter if Kevin Colbert was the one that selected Najee. Najee's a great player.
He is.
He's a productive player.
No, I think he's incredibly underappreciated. I think he's pretty consistent. I think he is a serious member of our offense. I think he's a vocal point. You know, him and Warren both. But Najee, he is the bell cow. He is the workhorse. He is the starting running back. How much longer could that be? It might just be for one more year, guys. We might be going into 2024 as the last year as Najee Harris as our starting running back. Or could they be using this year as a prove-it year for Najee Harris? Maybe they want to see one more good year out of him. Maybe they want to see what he can do in a new system, in a wide zone scheme, which Najee is not very familiar with. He's a north-south runner, so might be a different scheme, a different style to Najee. So maybe they don't want to invest another year into Najee if this just isn't going to work out for him, if the new offensive lookout isn't going to work out for him. I still think Najee's going to be a productive member of this offense this year, but, you know, another way of looking at it is maybe the Steelers, maybe they declined it because they already have an extension lined up for him. Now, that's a rare instance that they would decline the fifth-year option and extend him that same offseason. That rarely happens.
Yeah, ever.
If anything, they would have extended him before the fifth-year option. But they declined it. So that begs the question, man, what is his future in Pittsburgh? Is this a prove-it year? Do they have an extension lined up for him? And here's another good question. The fifth-year option was only a cost of $6.79 million.
Yes, it was.
Not even $7 million.
Dirt cheap.
It would have been fully guaranteed, yes, but it's still very, very cheap compared to all the other fifth-year options out there. So if he comes into this year knowing this is his last year in his rookie contract and balls out, and the Steelers have shown, you know what? Yeah, you do earn a big contract. You do earn a new contract.
Right.
Then that fifth-year option is going to be a lot cheaper than what they would eventually extend them for if they do extend them. Think about that. Mm-hmm. But you also got to look at it from an age aspect. You mentioned it just before we went live.
Yeah, keep in mind, say the Steelers exercised the fifth-year option, right? They gave him the fifth-year option. As of right now, he's 26. He turned 26 almost 2 months ago. If you exercise, bless you, Jesus. If you exercise the fifth-year option and then you go into next year, he'd be 27. And then that would obviously delay contract talks for another year, but by that time, after next season, and then you want to get into contract negotiations, by that time, he's 28 years old.
Right. That is if they accepted his fifth-year option and did not get an extension done during that fifth year. So in that outlook, yeah, he would be 28 years old getting a second contract essentially.
Yeah.
Would you want to do that? Probably not.
At 28 years old with the position he's playing.
And let's be honest, man, the wear and tear he has, the thread on his tires. He has almost 900 carries with the Steelers. 900. And he came in as a 23-year-old rookie.
He did.
And he had a ton of thread after his Bama days, too. So he has a lot of mileage on him.
Now, I do want to throw this out there. That mileage has decreased because of the emergence of Jaylen Warren.
Right.
That has been a big factor. They both help each other big time when it comes to the mileage because Warren had a lot of mileage coming out of college as well. He went to 3 different schools.
They're a great duo. But the thing is, like, if And going back to what you were talking about, if they extend him at 27 or 28, say at 27, 28 he gets a second contract. If they took his 5th-year option, then you're paying him however much at that age, rather than maybe they declined his 5th-year option so that they could pay him however much at a cheaper age while he still has some first-round give to him.
Yeah.
While he still has some first-round production out of him, because obviously as they age, they're not gonna feed you the same production. So maybe they want to extend him while he's still relatively young, while he still has that gas in the tank a little bit at the running back position. Or maybe because of the emergence of Jaylen Warren, this has given them all the fallback that if Najee doesn't prove himself this year, or if he has a rough year, or they don't extend him, they have a great fallback option on Jaylen Warren. Has Jaylen Warren's emergence had an influence on this decision? Because frankly, in my opinion, I think Warren can be the running back 1.
I think he's proven that time and time again.
I think on any other team, he's a running back 1. The reason he's not is because Najee is. And Warren is a phenomenal complimentary back. He is. But he's more than that. He's more than that. In some cases, he does things better than Najee. In some ways, people say that he is the better running back. He's definitely the most explosive.
He's the faster of the duo. He's more explosive. He has a bigger burst, more breakaway speed.
Right. So perhaps.
So yeah, he has better aspects than Najee.
He's obviously a lot younger too, and cheaper.
Yes.
A lot cheaper.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper. But you're also looking at now, because they declined his 5th-year option, you're looking at Najee and Warren both being free agents next year. Warren is a restricted free agent, so they could tender him, and he'll most likely be back. So that's not really a worry there. He will be back after 2024. If they tender him, which I don't know why they wouldn't.
What do you mean if? When?
When they tender him. I'm just saying.
Why would they let him walk?
So that might be another reason. They know they have Warren in. They know they have Warren locked for another year. So perhaps they can run with Warren as that lead back, knowing, the less thread, the younger age, the cheaper option. Because if you look at the contracts at the running back position, the running back market, Najee, I don't think he's going to command a massive cost. I don't think he's going to command a massive market. I would be very surprised if he goes for double digits, if he goes for 10+ mil a year. I'd be very shocked. And if I'm the Steelers, I'm not doing that.
No.
Anything after 7, 8, 8.5, 9 is a stretch. That's favorable. But when would that be?
Yeah, double digits is a little too high when it comes to the position and when it comes to him getting older. But around the 7 to 8 mil range, I think that's fine enough. I think that's what he's earned. I think he's deserving of that. 10 mil, that's too pricey.
Yeah, I mean, at least at the running back position, because let's be honest, man. Running backs,
how many 1,000-yard rushes did we have last year?
They had...
Was it 7?
No, there was more than that. It was like 11 or 12 last year.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, still.
And Najee was one of them.
Well, Najee, yeah, of course.
And Najee was one of them.
He's been one of them for 3 straight years.
Right.
But running the ball is not really the key to success anymore. That's old school, but this is new school.
Well, running backs don't have a market. They don't have a lot of say.
Yeah, because...
I feel bad for running backs because, they don't have any leverage. They don't.
Yeah,
because running backs are dime a dozen. We could let Najee walk right now if we wanted to, and would have a rely on in Jaylen Warren, an undrafted free agent.
It's crazy, though, because running backs are some of the best athletes in the sport of football.
Sure.
Some of the most standout.
But they're easily replaced?
No, the player is an athlete, but because of the position that they play in, that's what's messing them up.
Well, clearly, and that's their argument, is they beat their bodies up terribly. That's their argument. But why would a team invest that much into that position when they know they can just replace it?
Yeah,
with anybody.
Yeah, I know.
So perhaps that's another reason the Steelers are declining the 5th-year option. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, that's probably the most the most common reason for it to be out there. I'm thinking maybe that there's something to Omar Khan's plan here, because in my honest opinion, I think Najee was deserving of the 5th-year option. I think he should have gotten it. I think Najee is a very deserving player of a contract. I would extend Najee. I would give him a second contract. I don't want Najee to be a one-and-done contract. If that's the case, then so be it. But me personally, I don't want him to be a one-and-done contract because we invested a first-rounder into him. I don't want us to overpay him on the second contract, however. I think he's worthy of the second contract. I think he's deserving. He's busted his ass. He's been healthy. He has been consistent.
Yeah, of
he has
course.
had to deal with some of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah,
Swear jar.
2021 to start his career.
He has had to deal with some of the worst quarterback play I've ever seen, and without a doubt, the worst coordinator I've ever seen, man.
And the worst system probably ever.
And he still put up the production. So he is incredibly deserving of the fifth-year option, which he didn't give him, but he's deserving of a second contract. So it does make me wonder why the Steelers didn't exercise it. But I'm thinking to myself, man, there's got to be something to Khan here. You know, you got to trust the process. You got to trust what he's doing because, I mean, he's building us an incredible roster.
Yeah, he is.
This draft this past week was, my goodness, I'm still excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still over the moon about it. But, you know, I'm thinking, what has he got planned here? Does he really want to see what Najee can do with a different year or a different scheme in his final year? Does he not believe in the investment of the running back position? Does he see a lot of faith in Jaylen Warren? Or maybe he does have an extension lined up, and this is why he declined the fifth-year option. Maybe he declined it so that he can extend Najee. Again, that's a very rare instance, but it's very possible. They could easily give him a new contract. They restructured Alex Highsmith's contract, save up over $7 million. That could be used for anything, but as of now, the Steelers haven't signed any free agents.
No.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
granted, it's only been not even a week after the draft, so we need to have a little more patience, but you know, they haven't signed anyone yet. They haven't done anything yet. Maybe more structures are coming. Perhaps because of this, they have a little leeway to extend Najee. It might not be this year, but they could definitely do it next year. They would have to because, obviously, this is now the last year of his contract, officially.
Yeah.
So maybe they extend him this offseason. If they don't do Najee, I would anticipate Warren because, I mean, Warren is very deserving himself. I want both of them to remain.
Both of them should remain.
They're too good of a tandem.
Both of them should remain. Both of them have earned it. Both of them earned extensions. They both have been some of the shining stars, diamonds in the rough when it came to the Steelers offense for how many? Two years now.
Right.
They both deserve contracts. They both deserve pay raises. They both deserve extensions.
Yeah, I would keep them together. So I would give Najee a second contract. I'd give him like a good, like say they extend him this offseason, which again is rare, but possible.
The Steelers are always going to be open for business.
Yes.
Just because they declined it doesn't mean that they're just going to be like, go away, Najee.
No.
That's not the case.
No, remember they did that with Edmonds. They declined his fifth-year option.
They brought him back another year, though, when he was a pending free agent.
Granted, he didn't have a market, and he still doesn't because he's still out there, and they signed him cheaper. Najee's probably going to have a market. But regardless, like that shows you, like because they declined the fifth-year option, that doesn't mean, hey, this is your last year, goodbye. You know?
No.
The odds are they'll probably still extend him. The question is when. I would hope it's this offseason so that
sooner rather than later.
They have him now still at a young age to pay him enough and get their investment. Get the best out of their investment.
Yeah.
Get their money's worth pretty much. Otherwise, if you wait a little longer and then extend him when he's a little older and already has more thread on his tires, then some of that money's going to be mostly waste.
Yeah, of course.
That's the fear. So I would hope that they get an extension done maybe this offseason. And if they were to do that, maybe they give him a good 2-year extension. A 2-year extension. So this year and then 2 more years after that. 2025 and 2026.
I could see a 3-year extension.
3?
I could see a 3-year extension. Yeah, I could.
Perhaps 3. Perhaps 3 with an opt-out option in 2027.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could see that.
That's something that they can go for.
Because at that point, he would be 29 years old. Which is right around the time where running backs start to fall off.
Yeah.
Or maybe they see continued value in Najee and want to keep him as a backup. Pretty much they'd keep Najee and Warren, only they would swap roles. Warren would be the starter, Najee would be the backup. But how much longer realistically are we going to have these two as a duo? This might be the last year. Think about it.
But in today's NFL, you can't lead with a power back anymore. That's just not the way it is.
No, you're right.
That's not the way it is. You need a duo running back tandem in order to get down the field, to get rushing yards, to get rushing touchdowns.
Right.
To be a balanced offense, you need a dynamic duo running back. It's only rare. It's rare nowadays where you find a lead back like Derrick Henry
or
in his prime, or
CMC.
Christian McCaffrey. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, maybe they give him a 2-year extension this offseason. If not, then Lord knows what the cost could be next year. Because again, if he does ball out in 2024, they don't extend him. He balls out. He's a free agent. He's going to command. I would imagine he's going to still command a decent market because you look at Tony Pollard, he got a decent market. Saquon Barkley, he got a decent market this past season. So if he's a free agent and then he wants to view all these other offers, view all these other teams, Najee might go. Which won't be an entirely bad thing for the Steelers because, again, running backs are very easily replaceable.
Right.
And they will be saving however much cap. But I think they still value Najee enough to want to extend him, despite them declining his fifth-year option. I just see, I'm just picturing what Omar Khan is trying to do, because this came as a shock to me personally. So I'm trying to think, what is he up to? What is he brewing?
No,
what,
I hear
what
you.
Is,
I hear
what
you.
is his method to his madness here? Like, is it just as simple as, hey, prove yourself and then we'll pay you? If that's the case, they're gonna have to commend a decent number of cap space for it, which would be a lot more expensive than what his fifth-year option would have been.
Sure.
And let's look at the market a little bit, guys, because I was very curious to see what the market looks like for the running backs. This is a contract average. So you look at CMC, $16 million a year average.
No one's touching that.
No one's touching that. Even Kamara. The Saints are still feeling that. If you want any example of why you don't overpay a running back, look at the Saints. Even the Colts a little bit, because Jonathan Taylor is still a little iffy. Still a phenomenal back, but iffy at the moment. Saquon Barkley just got a big contract by the Eagles. Granted, they're in win now mode.
No, same thing with Josh Jacobs and the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. See what Joe Mixon got with the Texans. DeAndre Swift. These are all fresh faces. These are all new fresh faces. Barkley, Jacobs, Mixon, Swift, Henry, Pollard. They're all new faces. They're all free agents this year. And look at the markets they commended. So Najee's going to commend a similar market. I wouldn't think he'd get double digits. I don't think he'd get 10+ mil. I'm thinking right in between maybe Mixon and Swift is around his market. 8.5 to 8 million.
Yeah, I think that's doable.
Which is a little more pricey than what his fifth-year option would have been, but going back to his age, because age is playing a massive effect. His age, if you want to extend him now while he's still young, you're getting your money out of it.
Yeah.
Rather than wait and then regret
it.
While he's going to get however many 250 plus carries this year, and then a lot more wear on his body, and then money wasted. Well, that's the fear.
Yeah.
So, if you're looking at it from an aspect where Najee is playing out his contract, and then they're going to see what he does this year, and they're going to look at the market next year, and they're going to pay Najee however much. They could very well do that. But you also got to think, man, there's other free agents the Steelers are going to have to pay next year on the offensive side of the football. You're looking at now officially Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, who is going to be a restricted free agent, and I got the numbers here because this is projected franchise tags and tenders for 2025. So if they were to give Warren a second-round tender, they're paying him $5 million, which is a great pay increase for Jaylen Warren, to say the least. So they give him a second-round tender next year for Jaylen Warren, and then I doubt they would use the franchise tag on Najee. That's just silly. Do we want to do that again? Do we want to go over that all over again?
Probably not.
Especially when
Probably
you look at the projection for running backs is if the regular franchise tag is almost 13.5.
Well, it just wouldn't make sense for them to decline the fifth-year option, which is $6.79 million, have him play out, and then do the franchise tag for $7 million more.
Yeah, that just makes no sense.
It's just a bad business move.
Well, I don't think Khan would do that.
No, it would just be stupid. You were better off just picking up the fifth-year option and then case closed.
That's why I'm thinking there's something to Khan's madness here. Because going back to the free agents, you're looking at the free agents next year. You're looking at now officially Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, who's likely to get tendered. You got Russell Wilson. You got Justin Fields officially. Who knows which one of those are going to be back? Maybe both. Maybe one. Pat Frymuth. James Daniels. We need to extend him.
Yeah, you got to keep him locked down.
And I do believe he's going to be extended before preseason.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
The Steelers do it every year. They extend a guy or two or three before preseason hits, and I think James Daniels is next in line. Maybe Najee joins them.
Maybe Warren joins them.
I don't know.
Maybe they lock those three down, which I would absolutely do.
Possibly.
Secure your offensive anchors like that. Boom.
But you're looking at those guys as your free agents next year, or your primary free agents next year. So where are you going to command $8 million or plus for Najee Harris if you were to have another great season?
Yeah.
And I would imagine it'd be a 2-3 year contract. So it could be one if they can get him cheaper. I mean that's incredible. Would Najee go cheaper? Would Najee entertain other offers? I would believe so.
Oh, without a doubt, he entertain other offers.
I think other teams would pay more for Najee.
They probably would.
There are teams out there that would pay a little more for a running back. We've seen it this past offseason. The Steelers are not going to overpay for a running back.
They're not going to pay. They're not going to overpay for a player in general.
Well, no.
They just don't do that. They're not like that.
They don't throw a lot of guaranteed money at a player. You know, that's one of their few good things about the previous regime that's now still in this one is they don't throw a lot of guaranteed money on a player, which is why they're not really in a lot of cap hell in the past couple of years.
Right.
Especially like at the running back position. They dodged a bullet with Le'Veon Bell twice because they tried to extend him twice. Bell declined both times. Granted, it was the guaranteed money that he declined because the Jets overpaid for him.
Yeah.
But, you know, I would think a team might do the same for Najee Harris.
Yeah, to get a player like him in, yeah.
I just don't see a team. I just don't see the Steelers throwing a lot of money at Najee if a team is going to overpay. And then Najee might go over there, which, again, isn't a bad thing. It isn't a bad thing. So when you look at their decision, it makes you wonder, is this really his last year?
I would have to think that they have something in mind. Khan has something in mind in order to resign him.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that Khan's going to want to keep Najee with the team. He's going to want to keep Warren with the team. He's going to want to keep that tandem together. But first things first is Najee because he was a first rounder and they just declined the 5th-year option. Well, so now both free agents are expected to hit the market next year.
Well, yeah, obviously Warren is going to get the tender. That's the biggest no-brainer next year.
So maybe they just tender him and then work on Najee then.
Well, maybe they are banking on Jaylen Warren as being the running back one. Maybe the emergence of Jaylen Warren is just having their decision be like, you know what? We appreciate Najee. You know, we invested a first rounder in him. We'll get one more year out of him. But we have this young stud that's more explosive. He's a lot younger. He's a lot cheaper. You know, we got to extend a guy like James Daniels. We gotta extend one of these quarterbacks next year, I'd imagine.
Sure.
Maybe Muth, maybe whoever else. Maybe throw some big money at an impending free agent next year. So maybe they're looking at it, well, let's not throw that money at Najee when we got a cheaper option of Warren, and let's throw that at another position that we could improve.
They could do that, but then say Warren sticks around, Najee's gone, who's your running back too?
They can figure that out. They can sign someone. They can draft someone.
Do they want to settle for that? Do they want to take that chance?
It's the running back position.
I get it's the running back position, but the running back position that we have now has been one of the most successful it has been
You're correct.
in years.
You're correct. No, I don't disagree.
And
that's why I wanted
brought in a guy like Arthur Smith, whose best trait is running the football. He has a strong running game. He knows how to game plan that.
Right.
I don't see how they would want to let both of them walk, or one of them walk, while they have Smith here for the next 3 years. When their main game plan still is running the football and strong defense.
Right.
I don't see how they would want to let that go.
I don't see that either. So that's why I keep saying, man, I think Khan's got something going here. Maybe he declined the 5th-year option so that he can extend Najee at a cheaper bargain.
He's got to have some sort of deal prepped and ready for Najee. He's got to have something in mind. I believe he does.
Right.
He wouldn't make a move without having something in mind.
That's what I would think so too.
That's just not the way he operates. That's not the way he does business.
Well, if that's the case, then that probably won't be till next season.
Still though.
No, I personally, like in my opinion, I would have extended. I would have exercised the 5th-year option because at least you know you would have him another year, and you know you're still getting a productive player that has been healthy. He's a hell of a dude in the locker room. He's a hell of a dude on the field.
It's just the fact of the matter that
I'd say he's a leader.
It's the fact of the matter that he's earned it.
Yeah.
He's earned it. Now, it may be for various reasons, like you stated. Maybe they want to extend him younger, just throw the fifth-year option out the window and give him a contract right away. That's still a huge possibility. That may happen, but...
Well, maybe they just don't value the running back position anymore and know they have Warren to lean on, which is a phenomenal lean on, and I think he could start any day now.
And I'm not disagreeing, but it's the fact of the matter that they used a first-round pick on him, and he has done everything that you would want to expect from a first-round player. Everything. With the circumstances he had to deal with. The line he had to deal with.
Oh, I know.
That's like you going to your job and busting your ass consistently and showing up on time and working hard, and then you want a pay raise, and then your boss is just like, no, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing. Kind of the same theory.
We'll pay you the same pay rate as the guy that's doing not even a third of your work.
Exactly.
So that's where we look at it as Najee deserved the fifth-year option. But maybe they have a better plan for him. Maybe they have a bigger payday for him.
Maybe they do.
Maybe they value him a lot more, and that's why they declined it so that they can give him that, whenever that may be. It's a rare instance that a team would decline a fifth-year option and then extend him, but, it could be one of those things. Unless they want to wait out till next year, and Najee's just a hell of a dude, and then takes what the Steelers are going to give him. Maybe he just likes the environment. Maybe he likes the culture. Well, hopefully the new culture now. Yeah. With the fact we actually have hopefully, fingers crossed, a decent offense this year with a leader at quarterback this time, an actual competent offensive coordinator with experience. Yeah. So perhaps Najee's willing to come back if he hits the market. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's obviously months from now. That's not until next March, but maybe he gets a deal done before then. Anything can happen.
That's all for probably before the regular season comes about when it comes to contract talks. That's definitely for, even if they don't do it before the regular season, it's definitely going to happen next offseason. Right. With those contract talks. If he were to leave, I'm not going to get butthurt. I mean, neither. I would be upset because the Steelers used a first-round pick on him and they're letting him walk because I feel like he's deserving of not only the fifth-year option but a small-term extension.
Well, I just think he has earned a pay increase or like some sort of recognition.
Of course.
Because out of everything that this offense has been through the last since he's been here pretty much, he's been one of the only bright spots. It's been him, Warren, and Pickens. That's it. Yeah. But obviously, like before Warren and Pickens got here, which was the same year, I mean, it seemed like Najee was the only thing going.
Najee was the only thing.
1,200 yards in Ben's last year.
Behind a line that consisted of Dan Moore, Kevin Dotson, Kendrick Green at center, Trey Turner, and Chuck Okorafor. Like, my flipping Christ. God, that was Ben's offensive line in his last year?
Yeah, and it was the worst. So bad. I'm so glad that's over.
And Najee put up numbers, and that was his rookie season. He started his career with that line.
Yeah. And then the last 2 years, he's obviously had a little bit of an improved line. And
year by year, slowly, sure.
Very slowly. And, of course, an actual running back that could take a lot of the load off of him.
Yeah. His carries have decreased, but he's still pushing up great numbers.
Right.
Very consistent numbers, in my opinion.
Right. So, I mean, that's where we're confused. But, I'm not overreacting about it because I know, like, he's replaceable. And it's fucked up to say that after giving him all the credit in the world, but it's just the truth about the running back position.
Yeah, like, it is.
It's just the harsh reality. Like, sorry.
I mean, you've seen undrafted guys, not just Warren, but like Austin Eckler, for example. Remember
Kyron Williams last year.
Yeah, like, my goodness.
Who knows what's in store this year?
Yeah, all the mid-round running backs, bro.
Just saying, man. These guys just burst onto the scene, and then, like, it's just the truth about the running back position. So, but I don't know.
It's a wait and see deal.
It is.
That's what it is.
It's mostly speculation, but the good faith in me is hoping that they have something better planned for Najee, or they have an extension plan for Najee, and then hopefully they don't overpay him, but they give him something in reward for what he's been doing, because I think he's earned it. I think he's a stellar player.
Big time.
I think he's a great running back. I do think he is a great running back. I think he's a top 10 back in this league. Truthfully. So I think he's earned some sort of recognition, some sort of pay increase. Just don't overdo it. Yeah. I don't know if that's ever going to happen now. And if it doesn't, then, I love Najee.
It won't be the end of the world if he leaves.
No, because it's just, again.
We got Warren, and running backs are replaceable.
It's the running back position.
Yeah.
So it's just the truth of it.
I just feel like it would be better just to keep the tandem together because both of them are great. They have great chemistry.
Exactly. It's proven. You're going to get your production out of there.
Yeah.
They are one of the best, if not the best running back tandem in this entire league.
Yeah.
Keep them together. Lock them together. Especially because we don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be like. We know we got Russ. We know we got Fields next year, but in 2025, who knows what that could be like?
Yeah. So at least you have a lean on. You have a lean on with Najee and Warren. That's what we have leaned on for the past 2 years.
It's been a good lean on, and the Steelers are still hell-bent on running the football, hence why they got Arthur Smith and have improved the line the last 2 years to a phenomenal degree, by the way. So that's another thing that just makes it weird about them not exercising this fifth-year option is they've invested so much into the line and fixing up the offensive scheme, and you're declining one of your playmakers' fifth-year option.
Yeah.
But perhaps maybe it is one of those scheme things. Maybe it's one of those worries is like, let's see what he does with Arthur Smith. Let's see how he works in a wide zone scheme. Let's see how we can incorporate him there before making a decision. Granted, the fifth-year option is cheap as shit, but
yeah,
that's the Steelers' decision. At first I was a little
head scratching. Yeah,
I was pushed back a little. I was pushed back a little bit. I was a little confused and in some ways upset. But I'm thinking, maybe there's some more to this, and it's just we got to be patient to see what finds out. Otherwise, if I'm just overthinking it and maybe I'm just thinking of things that aren't even going to happen, then it's just one of those situations where we decline your fifth-year option, prove us this year, and we'll see what happens next year. That just might be it. Or the Steelers will reward Najee. Time will tell, but that was a shock to me. Did not expect that happening today, folks. Najee Harris's fifth-year option was declined, and we'll see what his future is in Pittsburgh. But in our opinion, he deserves some recognition. He deserves some reward from the team, from the organization. He deserves a second contract. A 2-3-year extension. Just don't overdo it. Simple as that. Keep him and Warren together. Extend Najee, tender Warren, maybe work on an extension with Warren as well. Keep them together. Whenever Najee's second contract, if he ever gets one, is up, then Warren's your lead back, and then you find another complimentary piece to Warren. That's just the long-term thinking we got so far. Because the running back situation, the running back tandem is so successful. Keep running with it with this revamped line, for which, we stated last week that if everything works out in great favor, we're looking at a complete line for the next 4 or 5 years at least.
Yeah, stabilized line.
And that's just talking rookie contracts. It could be beyond that. Mm-hmm. But, you keep that tandem together with your complete young offensive line. It makes sense. Granted, you are going to have to do pay increases for Daniels and for Najee and for Warren, but I think they can accommodate that. I think they can do it.
Yeah.
So perhaps they can, and maybe that's what we'll get. We just got to wait and see, but no.
They could be looking to just get it out the way real quick before the season starts. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's another possibility.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those wait and see type of ordeals. We'll just literally just do that.
Right.
So.
Now, what do you think about Najee, man? And what I mean by that is, what do you think Najee's thinking?
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
Now, Najee is a very vocal player. We know this. Now, he's not going to go on social media. He's not going to go.
I'm going to tweet out my frustrations. I should have got my fifth-year option. No, he's not like that.
I'm going to put out cryptic stories on Instagram or whatever.
I'm going to tweet out my frustrations. No, he don't do that.
No, he's not that. But he is a vocal human being.
Oh, he'll let you know.
Like, we've seen it in interviews, man. It's his personality. It's phenomenal. And, he's just one of those vocal guys. So I'm not saying he's going to say anything derogatory or cause some drama because Najee never comes off as that guy.
But I would have to think that he's a little bit pushed back by this decision. After everything he's been through, everything he's proven, everything that he's accomplished already.
Maybe there's a chip on his shoulder, and that's I think that's a good thing for.
Honestly, that's something that he should have in his mind. Have that mentality.
Well, I think that's even a better thing for this offense. That Najee's going to run even harder now. Najee's going to work even harder now.
Maybe that's the thing that they want from him. You know, show your work ethic.
Yeah.
Show that you really want to be here, that you really want to win.
Perhaps. Or maybe, you know, they do have something planned for Najee. Maybe they're like, hey, we're going to decline your 5th-year option, but it's not in disrespect. We got something planned for you. Well, you'll get yours. Just
Yeah, maybe there's already been internal discussions about what his future entails.
Lord knows. Lord knows. It's just,
I would love to be a fly on the wall in that Steelers office.
It's just a theory. But otherwise, I mean, if it's just decline, show your worth, I think Najee will. I think Najee already has. And I think he's going to do it again this year. And a scheme and with a coordinator that focuses on running the football. I think it's going to work out for Najee. I think he's going to have another great year. I'm not saying he's going to have the best year, but I think we might
love that.
Oh, sure, but I think we might see a more energized Najee, an angrier Najee.
Well, have you seen his workout videos? He looks a bit more slim.
He looks slimmer,
which is great. Which is great to see. So
we might see a little. I don't want to say faster, but just a little more burst to Najee.
Maybe.
You know, we might see a better running back.
Could be one of those things where he just understands that, hey, it's the NFL, it's a business, it is what it is. But I'm still going to rep my team. I'm still going to go out there and run as hard as I can. I'm going to run through a motherfucker's face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So, I mean,
you know, hurdle somebody, you know?
One thing's for sure is, you know, not in our opinion, you know, Najee's great. Najee's great. At the end of the day, it just might be business. It's a harsh reality, but it is. And if that's the case and this is his last year, then, you know, hopefully he goes out with a bang. Hopefully he gives us another great year and we can look back at these last 4 years and really appreciate Najee as we reminisce 10-something years from now, you know? But maybe we get more Najee. I would hope so. Time's going to tell, guys, but
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. This could be motivation for Najee. I think that's a great thing. You know? Najee's a hard worker. He's always showed that. I mean, dude, I remember in 2022, he had that foot injury and he was running a little hurt. He was running a little slow. He didn't have that quickness that Najee-esque to him. And then Warren burst onto the scene in the start of his rookie year. And then towards the tail end of 2022, he started to see the true makings of that tandem.
Yeah.
That's the hard worker that Najee is. Even through injury, he was still going on that football field. He didn't miss a single game.
No.
Even in 2023, I think weekly, for weeks, he was on the injury report with like a knee injury or something.
Knee or groin injury, maybe both.
I forget exactly what the injury was, but he was repeatedly on the injury report, but never missed a game. And still put up yards, still put up production.
It goes to show the guy's toughness, his dedication, and just availability is the best thing to have in football in the NFL.
Yeah.
You can't get any better at the running back position than Najee Harris when it comes to availability.
Yeah.
It's great to have.
Yeah, it's actually rare for that to happen, actually. So that's another thing about Najee that's very underappreciated is his availability. You don't see that a lot with running backs. So, I mean, knock on wood, I'm not trying to jinx nothing, but yeah, I mean, he's been here every single game ever since being drafted in the first round. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with Najee's future. But
yeah.
we most of us like Najee here, so we'll see what happens. Otherwise, yes, Justin Fields, his contract, his 5th-year option was declined. Which
that's no surprise. That's been reported already for a couple of weeks now.
Everyone and their mama knew that was coming.
Now it's official. It's no surprise.
It's
not a surprise.
They're not taking a $25 million.
Well, let's be real. Fields, even if he was still a Bear, he hasn't earned it.
No.
He's semi-established. He's very flashy. He has those sparks, but he's very inconsistent and very turnover heavy. That was his time in Chicago, though.
Right.
Because of that, yes, of course, the Steelers were not going to take up the 5th-year option. 22, however much did you say? 25?
25 something. I forget the exact number.
Yeah, it's within the 20 million range for
25
sure.
something million.
But yeah, I mean, this is no surprise.
No. I think it was exactly 25 million. Regardless, yeah, they declined it. Yeah, everyone knew they weren't going to pick it up. We stated this the second that he was traded to the Steelers is like they're going to bring him in, they're going to trade for him dirt cheap, essentially trading Kendrick Green for him. And literally, they traded Kendrick Green for a 6th-round pick in 2025.
Don't tell AB, though.
I know, don't tell AB. And he'll copy it, you know. If you know, you know. But they got Fields, and I was thinking to myself, they're going to decline his fifth-year option, and they'll sign him back dirt cheap next year to compete with, I would imagine, a rookie.
Yeah. They'll have him within the quarterback competition.
Yeah, Fields will be back next year. Don't get it twisted. Fields will be back in 2025.
Fields will be within the
changing
quarterback
that.
competition. But the plan is for Russ to be the starter and for Fields to learn under Wilson.
Yeah, and Tomlin...
It can't get better than that when it comes to Justin Fields' situation.
And Tomlin's made that known several times. So Fields will be back in 2025. Make no mistake about it. He's not a rental backup. No, he'll be back in 2025. I'll be very shocked if he's not. He should be.
Now, everybody knows the potential that Justin Fields still has. The Steelers are not going to trade dirt cheap just to have him for 1 year.
No, and that's why Con traded for him.
And then next year's quarterback situation is they're going to have to figure it out again.
Yeah, well, that was another reason for Omar Khan trading for him, is he knew he would get him locked for 2025. Not with the fifth-year option, just because he knew Justin Fields was going to take the opportunity.
It's just going to be one of those situations, kind of like Jordan Love. You know, when he was coming into his first full season at the start of last year, they'll just give him a short-term deal, pretty much a prove-it-year, like show us, you know, what you can do, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
That's what I see happening.
Now because he's going to be on the bench doesn't mean he won't be on the field. And no, he won't be on kickoffs. He won't be on punt return.
I don't know.
Because
Jaylen Warren said on not just football podcast with Cam Hayward that Danny Smith, our special teams coordinator, pretty much was spitballing the idea, you know, maybe Justin Fields could return some kickoffs on special teams.
No.
If
you guys want to know
what, another slash here? What the hell?
No. If you guys want to know what it's like to chew 5 gum, that's what it is. To Danny Smith. No, you're not putting Justin Fields on special teams.
No, it's just.
Why the fuck would you put a quarterback?
It's just idiotic.
In special teams to get bodied by everybody.
Well, it just wouldn't make sense. You still have Calvin Austin return punch, and you signed Cordero Patterson to do just that.
Yeah,
for
it just makes no sense. Everyone knows that's not happening. I don't know what Warren wouldn't lie like that, so maybe it was a joke by Danny Smith, but
well, maybe he's probably just spitballing.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Come on.
No, do not do that.
If anything, he'll be on the field for like read options or short yardage situations, keep the defenses on their toes.
Yeah.
Use his legs to get the easy first downs or just to keep the defenses guessing. Maybe they fake a run. Maybe it's like one of those flea flickers where they fake a run and then he throws it deep down to George Pickens manifesting. You know, just saying. It could be one of those things.
It's like Arthur Smith said. He doesn't want to make the offense stale. He doesn't want to make it predictable. And that's all I asked for. That is all I asked for. Something new, something fresh, something a little consistent. I don't mean consistently bad. Because we had to deal with that for 3 years with Matt Canada.
Fucking better not. Yeah, Jonathan Scott with the $2 says Dan Smith says he wants Justin Fields to do kickoffs. That's not happening. That's stupid.
It's just one of those off-season type of sayings, you know, like people are just having fun, joking around, you know, just spitballing.
Well, why the hell would you trade us? That just makes no sense. I read that and I'm like, what? Like, no.
Yeah, I raised my eyebrows a little bit. You're going to trade essentially Kendrick Green for Justin Fields for him to be a kick returner.
No, you got Calvin Austin, you got Cordell Patterson, man. You can bring in whoever else to be a kick returner.
Yeah, you're fine.
Like, no.
You're fine.
Let's see, what exactly... Okay, I want to get the exact quote, so I'm not paraphrasing. In regards to the Justin Fields news, he said, our special teams coordinator was talking about Justin Fields being back there. We're like, hold up. We looked at him like Justin Fields is about to be back there. I don't know. I think it's cool. No, that's not happening. That's what he said on the Not Just Football podcast with Cam Hayward. That's not happening. We know that's not happening. That's just silly. It might be one of those preseason things. That's still not gonna happen.
No, that's one of them training camp things. You don't do it on preseason.
Training camp, sure. If you want to put Justin Fields out there in that competition where they try to catch the most footballs and whoever catches the most footballs wins, go for it. You know, have some fun out there. That's not sitting on the football field.
No. Dude, they had fun with Kendrick Green putting him at fullback.
Yeah, we never saw it.
No, we never saw it. So, like, it's going to be one of them training camp things where, you know, they're just going to test the waters or just have fun, you know, and just we never see it in preseason. Simple as that.
Right. Otherwise, I guess there's one more thing to talk about here. And then we'll get into the chat. Unless you have something else you want to talk about. How about DK Metcalf? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there was a specific tweet earlier this week where it was reported by a specific Broncos insider that the Steelers have called around for potentially DK Metcalf. Interesting.
Yes.
Very, very interesting. Now, let me get the exact tweet here. Here it is. Okay, so first of all, let's rewind it back just a little bit. Because this all started because of one man, and that's Bryant McFadden. Shout out to Bryant McFadden. But
he tweeted out, Steelers looking to acquire a significant playmaker. Hashtag stay tuned.
And if I'm correct, where's it at? Is that tweet? Did he delete it? He deleted it.
He deleted the tweet?
He deleted the tweet.
Are you kidding me? Bryant McFadden deleted his tweet?
Well, so much for that.
Okay, well, that's news to me.
Well, he also did say, McFadden did say on 93.7 The Fan that the report that he heard came from a third or fourth party. So it was no physical ties to the Steelers. So it's no different as if I said, hey, I heard that the Steelers are looking to trade for Patrick Mahomes. I heard that the Steelers are looking to trade for, I don't know, Fred Warner. I heard the Steelers are about to sign Odell Beckham Jr. I heard Antonio Brown's going to retire a Steeler. It's no different than that, Just saying.
Well, then here's my question. Why did McFadden tweet it out, knowing what it was going to do with Steelers social media?
I don't know.
You know how we act on social media?
Yeah, if you guys
Steelers fans, whenever there's any inkling of a possibility, it kind of blows up. Just saying.
Just a little bit. Just saying. However, when that first happened, when he made that tweet and that first happened, a lot of us instantly thought of Courtland Sutton. There is a report from Mike Kliss, who is a Broncos insider of 104.3 FM, The Fan, who, talks about the Broncos.
Okay.
He said, in regards to the Steelers and Courtland Sutton ties, he said, it's not Sutton. No plans to trade him. As Patton and Payton let Bronco land know in recent weeks, Sutton is in good standing. So it seems like that Courtland Sutton and the Steelers rumors can be shut to bed for now. Or maybe forever. So, no, it's not Courtland Sutton. But because of this, another Broncos insider, Benjamin Albright, on Twitter, on X.
Pretty legitimate, too.
Very legitimate. He said they called about Ayuk and Sutton and have been rebuffed, at least with opening talks. So they called the Niners about Ayuk.
They called the Broncos about Sutton, and they pretty much said no.
They were immediately shut down. So, it's not happening.
I guess it's not happening anymore.
However, he did say this. Called about DK. I don't believe a trade would get done there until after June 1st, if one got done at all. Which makes sense because if you look at DK Metcalf's cap hit for the Seahawks, it's significant. In fact, if they were to trade DK Metcalf to the Pittsburgh Steelers right now, as we speak, they would have to suffer $23 million in dead cap.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
However, if they were to do it post June 1st, so say June 2nd, right, they would cut that in half between this year and next year. So 2024, they would only have a cap hit of $11.5 million, and the same for 2025. So it'd be a less cap hit or dead cap effect for the Seahawks. And the Seahawks, man, the Steelers would have to give them some significant compensation because of the dead cap hit and the fact they are getting rid of a playmaker. However, I think they have a replacement if they were to trade DK and or Lockett. They have Jackson Smith and Jimbo they drafted in the first round last year from Ohio State.
They did.
So they could trade one of their receivers, DK or Lockett. Either's fine. More so DK because Lockett's up there in age. But You know, there's a report they called about DK, which goes to tell me, like,
They're checking in.
they are trying to go big.
They're trying to acquire a big name. It doesn't appear that they're going to settle for less unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yes, which could be a free agent. And I just heard DJ Chark just got picked up.
Yeah, he got signed by I think it was the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it the Chargers?
So,
Well, I know.
so the only remaining free agents is, of course, Tyler Boyd and
Tyler Boyd.
that's the only name that could come off the top of my
Zay
head.
Jones is now a free
Yeah,
agent.
that's right. He did get released. I mean, if they absolutely need to,
Maybe.
but I can see right now that Khan is trying to go big. He doesn't want to settle for less. He wants to get a significant playmaker.
Yes.
As McFadden said.
Yes. Now that Lord knows when that's going to be. It might not even be before preseason. It might not even be until the trade deadline, week 8, week 9, whenever it is. Because I know they pushed it back a week. I don't know when that goes in effect. Is it this year? If it is, it's week 9. If not, it's week 8.
I thought it was always week 9.
I thought it was week 8, week 9, one of the two.
You might be right. I'm not sure.
Well, I know they pushed it back a further.
Which
week,
is good. And, yeah, I'm glad that they did. I mean, an extra week of football. I mean, it's only right.
So it might not be until the trade deadline, but if this report is true, and he's a very trustworthy source because he's reported about the Broncos, and I'm sure he has multiple sources around the entire NFL, does Benjamin Albright and almost 200K followers on X. So
Right.
he's a significant source. He did, because of this reporting, this has a lot of us thinking, yeah, the Steelers are trying to go big, and how big could they go? Who are they gonna want to try to snag? They've called about DK. They've gotten calls about multiple teams. I'm hearing what he mentioned that as well in this tweet. Let me find it, because he mentioned. Hold on, I lost it. Son of a bitch, give me a minute. X just refreshed on me. Go figure. He mentioned the Steelers have talked to several teams.
which doesn't surprise
Yeah,
me.
he says, I know that the Steelers have been calling around to half a dozen teams, and they've been rejected by 2 teams, says Benjamin Albright.
That obviously appears to be the 49ers and the Denver Broncos.
49ers, Broncos.
So that's it.
So the 2 are already cut out. So Seattle, who are the other teams?
I don't know.
Washington?
Could be Washington if they're willing to get rid of Terry McLaurin, but
I doubt it.
They just drafted Jaden Daniels. I don't know if they're going to want to get rid of their number 1 receiver.
Who else could that be?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Tampa Bay?
Maybe?
Maybe Chris Godwin, because they're not getting rid of Mike Evans.
Everyone else.
Maybe Chris Godwin is a sleeper candidate,
I could
possibly.
see that. I could see that. Everyone throws out the Raiders as well. I doubt they get rid of Devontae with what's his name as head coach now. So I doubt that happens. But they've called around to apparently half a dozen teams. So yeah, the Steelers are trying to acquire a big receiver, and it's not going to happen overnight. It might not even happen for months. We might be sitting here wondering who they're going to get for months. It might not be till the trade deadline. But one thing is for certain, Omar Khan is trying to improve this wide receiver position to a serious degree.
Yeah.
He is trying to go big with wide receiver. And if you're going to get a big wide receiver, you got to go as big as you can. You can't settle for whatever unless you necessarily have to. But there's not a lot of options out there.
No.
So
And it's only decreasing
I know.
by the day, it appears.
So yeah, he's going to have to go big. DK would be great. I think Seattle can move on from him if they want to take that dead cap hit after June 1st. They already have a replacement, quote unquote, with Jackson Smith and Jimba.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they could do that. Maybe they can sacrifice that. So it's just one of those things that it's never rule out, never say never, right? I mean, DK and Pickens would be incredible.
I mean, you know what DK is? You really want to know what DK is? DK is what Colbert wished Claypool was.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at them. Similar stature, similar speed. It's just that DK is stronger and he can catch the ball. And Claypool's just a clumsy freaking... What did Tyreek call him? Like a vending machine? Yeah, he said something like that. Like he's a vending machine.
I guess.
Claypool's a free agent, you know.
Yes. No.
I'm not saying grab. Hell no.
Go grab-
Not
yeah.
even as a wide receiver 6 on the team. No.
Not even as a special teams guy?
No.
How about practice squad?
No.
Not even a visitor?
Dude, waste of money. A waste of money, bro.
All right, take him out to lunch to Permanis. How about that?
He should go. No.
Not even
He's
come
not
on.
going anywhere near a Permani sandwich.
Take him to the Pirates game.
He can
Why
go back
not?
to Canada for all I care.
He's about to.
Yeah. Wasn't he like going back to the CFL or
I
going to
don't
the
know.
CFL?
I don't know,
Did he
man.
go to the XFL or the
I don't know.
whatever league it is now?
I stopped following.
I watched it 1 week and I gave up. Like, I didn't care.
I stopped following Claypool after a while. But no, I mean, yeah, the Steelers are trying to go big on receiver.
Yeah, they're doing the due diligence. They're scavenging around. They're trying to see what the market is. They're testing the waters.
Yeah.
If one comes up, they're going to be the first team knocking on the door. They're going to be
Yes.
the first team calling up the phone.
So I would say to you guys, and I'm going to say this to myself as well, you can very well be hopeful that the Steelers are going to trade for a big-name wide receiver. You can be very hopeful. There's nothing wrong in feeling that way. Because deep down, I do think it might get done. Omar Khan is not going to do it just to do it. He's going to do it if it makes sense. So it might not happen for months, might not happen until the middle of the season, but it could happen. You can get your hopes up and thinking it could happen because I do believe it's a realistic possibility. It's just not going to happen soon. It's not going to be an immediate transaction.
Right.
It's going to be like when it happens, like it's going to happen.
Exactly. And that's my mentality going in with this speculation with this situation is if it happens, it happens. You just got to play the waiting game.
But, the Steelers still need help at wide receiver, and the receiving market right now is a lot more thin because Michael Gallup got picked up on Monday. I think it was Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, he signed with the Raiders. DJ Chark signed with the Chargers today. Tyler Boyd's still out there. I know
Zay Jones is out
Zay
there.
Jones just got released. Yeah, so he's a free agent
So
now.
what are they doing?
Hunter Renfro's out there, but he's not really an exact wide out, like wide receiver, if you know what I mean.
Unless they put Roman Wilson outside. I'm starting to
Unless I
think
think he's capable.
I'm
yeah.
starting to think that's a realistic possibility. I think they're going to put Roman Wilson outside, and they're going to find a slot receiver for whenever they use 11 personnel, which isn't very often. Not with Arthur Smith.
Maybe.
That just might be what they have to do. They're just going to put Roman Wilson as the number 2 and see how he does.
And Tomlin did allude that he feels like wide receiver was so deep that they could select any particular player and they can make an immediate impact.
Absolutely.
So maybe they think that way with Roman.
I can see it. I'm starting to think that's the case now, and I'm really starting to grow a lot on Roman Wilson as a player and as a playmaker for this team. So I could very well see that being the case because I don't know who else they can add. Do they see Van Jefferson or Quez Watkins or Calvin Austin as a reliable 3?
That's taking a gamble, dude.
It is, but they might use their tight ends a lot more often. Maybe they use Connor Hayward as a receiver.
Arthur Smith, yeah, I can absolutely see it. And with Connor Hayward, you can move him around. You can have fun with him. He's that utility knife.
Even Pat, you want to move him around. It's not like they're out of options. They have a triple threat.
Cordell Patterson, man. I mean, the guy, he can be in the backfield or he can line up in the slot if need be.
Yeah.
That's a handy weapon.
Yeah, they're not out of options. They just need extra bodies. They need a little more dependability.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
but the options are just so slim now. So that's why Khan and company reportedly have called about a big receiver. And again, feel free to get your hopes up about it happening because I'm kind of doing the same. I think it could happen. I don't know who, I don't know when, but I do have a feeling that at some point in 2024, we will be getting a big name wide receiver traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Might be months from now, but I do think it's a realistic possibility in happening. And if that does happen, then yeah, the wide receiver position is drastically improved. It depends what he's gonna have to give up, but that's whenever that's going to occur. So the fact that the wide receiver market now is slim and their position is still a little worrisome, despite drafting Roman Wilson, yeah, I think he's gonna get something done. Mm-hmm. But this DK news is a little interesting, especially with Russell Wilson as the quarterback. Maybe they want that chemistry. Maybe they want that reunion.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, I just don't know who else they trade for.
I can't put my finger on it.
I just don't know who
Honestly,
else.
yeah, neither do I.
I don't think it's logical to trade for Lockett because he's up there in age, so DK would be the best option there.
Maybe they put Fields out there.
No, shut up.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Now you
don't do that.
Now you really think he's Slash.
Now don't do that. No, he's not Slash. There's only one.
Yeah, I
only
know.
one.
Slash was different.
Don't do that.
Slash was
let
different.
him let him work.
Maybe hold on, what's his name?
Who?
Give me a minute. I don't want to botch the name here. Let me find his name. Yeah, maybe John Rice Plumlee will play receiver.
Yeah, maybe. He can. He did. He's an athlete. People are comparing him to Tyson Hill. Listen, I looked him up. I looked at his highlights. I can see it.
I see it a lot.
I see a lot of Tyson Hill.
I see it a lot.
I see a guy that likes to run the ball. I see a guy that likes to play football.
I see it a lot. So, I mean, yeah.
Hey, you never know. You know, it could be an emergence type of guy.
I don't know. I really doubt it. I'm just throwing it out there because, you know, it could be one of those things.
That's for maybe he's a training camp star. You know, there's usually one or two every year.
Well, they like those converted guys, so I don't want to rule anything out. You know, I like the undrafted free agents we brought in, so.
Hey, we'll see.
We'll see, man. Yes, Rance, they did sign a Rams receiver. His name was Van Jefferson, but Van Jefferson hasn't done anything since that Super Bowl win. And I'm not banking on something that happened 2-3 years ago.
No, he's been nothing but depth. He's been very quiet and mediocre.
Yes. I think he can be.
The only thing he's got going to him is because Falcons traded for him. Arthur Smith knows him. He worked under Arthur Smith.
Yeah, briefly.
Are they going to rely on that? Because I wouldn't. I don't
know.
Van Jefferson was never really the handiest of wide receivers to begin with anyway.
Right.
Always had drop issues. I know he's got tall size and good speed to him, but he's had drop issues.
Yeah. Maybe. Who's our tight end 3? Yeah, that's Connor Hayward. Connor Hayward or
Michael Pruitt?
Michael Pruitt, who they brought in, who also has Arthur Smith ties.
Unless they want to move Hayward full-time to fullback.
I could see that. Or could you... He's a utility.
He is, though. Yeah, you're right.
Could you put him at receiver?
Yeah, you could.
He's not... He doesn't have the speed for it. He's not the fastest guy, but he doesn't have to be. You know, he's a great hands catcher. I think he has reliable hands. I think he's a reliable target. You know, in his rookie year, he made some really big plays, in my opinion, for us.
He did.
You know, I think he's underutilized. I think he should see more targets. And you could still put him out as a blocking guy down the field because he has that because of his fullback and tight end background. You want to work him in I form, you can put him at fullback easily, do that. You want to run some 11 personnel, which is rare. You could put him in the slot if you wanted to. I always thought he could be a slot receiver.
Yeah, you know how the 49ers and Shanahan utilize their fullback? What's his name?
Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah, Kyle Juszczyk. Yeah, I always thought that the Steelers could find a way to kind of move him around similar to Juszczyk.
Sure. Or at least has a target.
Yeah, just move him around a little bit.
Yeah.
Get him involved a little bit more.
I think he could be a decent little slot receiver. I always thought he could move to the slot. Not full-time, obviously. He's not going to be a full-time slot guy. I think as a rotational piece or in some serious situations, I think Connor can step up to the plate. He's got the Hayward name for it. He's got that, you know, dependability in him.
Right.
I mean, I think we could do it. I think he's capable. You know, he's just one of those targets that I think could be, you know, just one of them secret weapons, that utility for the Steelers. I thought Canada could have used him that way, and clearly he had no creativity. So maybe Arthur Smith can bring that to the system. You know, Pruitt is primarily a blocking guy, so maybe this gives them the idea or the flexibility to move Hayward around.
That'd be nice.
I'd hope for it, man. He needs to see more playing time. I love Connor Hayward. I want to see him get more targets. I want to see him get more playing time. Any way they want to work him, man, he'll produce. Special teams, you want to put him on the field in a blocking aspect, throw him the ball, give him targets. He'll make a play.
Yeah.
He's made plays ever since he's come to the Steelers, man. So, yeah, that's how I feel about Hayward potentially moving to, you know, just not necessarily receiver. No moving the receiver full time. Just, you know, use him as utility. Move him around a lot. He's capable of doing it. Put Washington in the slot, try covering that big motherfucker. You ain't going to cover him. No, you ain't.
No man is going to be able to stop that.
I see a cool year from Washington coming up, man. He's going to be used a ton. He's going to see a lot of reps, a lot of playing time because Smith uses a lot of 12 personnel. He's going to be used mostly as a blocker, but they cannot handicap him as that. They cannot use him as only a blocking guy. Use his size. Use his athleticism. He's not the most athletic. He's not the most smooth in the hips. You know? Like you send him out there to run a route, he's not gonna be pulling no Deontay. He's not gonna be pulling no crazy shit.
No.
But
He's
use the
athletic
size.
enough.
Yeah.
For his size, his big stature, he's athletic enough.
Yeah. He's a big body catcher.
He can move.
Hard to cover, hard to take down. You know, use it. I still think he can be the tight end one down the road. And that's not me, hating on Muth. It's just, going back to the free agent talk earlier in the podcast. Where does Muth fit in for the free agents? Do they extend him?
Now, if there's somebody that really needs to prove his worth and prove that he deserves an extension,
Muth.
that's Muth.
Oh, it's Muth.
And again, don't get us wrong. We like Muth. He's a very good asset to the offense, but
we know what he can bring to the table if used properly.
But even then, he's got inconsistent play.
He's soft.
He's soft. I feel like for his stature and his style, he should be able to play a lot more stronger.
He doesn't play
tougher.
like a tight end.
And the injury, injury concern.
He just doesn't. I'm sorry.
The injury issues, whether it's concussions or whatever else, like just constant injuries.
No, he just doesn't play like a tight end. Don't get it wrong. Don't get our words twisted. We know what he can bring to the table if used right, but I just don't know if he's going to be here after 2024.
If he were to showcase more consistency and more toughness at his position, and just be that security blanket, I would say, for Russell Wilson, then yes, you can definitely.
Let's get him down the middle of the field. Let him. He can make those catches. He can use his stature to get down the field.
Yeah, I mean that's what we did first game after Canada.
Yeah,
guy was the weapon in that Bengals game.
That was his best game probably ever, dude. My God.
That was the game. But after that, I mean, like, you couldn't find Muth.
No, dude, he was on a milk carton again, dude. He came back 1 week.
I don't know what it was.
Again.
I don't know what it was.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but
I don't know if it's just that's his style, if it's his play, his inconsistencies, or maybe it was just the system, the scheme. I have no idea.
Well, definitely the scheme played a factor because everyone's underutilized. So, we're not discrediting Muth in that aspect. Everyone knows that. It's just, let's see him play to his stature, play to his position. Let's see him improve in the blocking aspect, especially. God, he's going to need that.
Yeah.
In Smith's scheme, he's going to need that. So, and again, going back to another thing earlier in the podcast, Khan seems to be wanting to wash everything from Colbert's regime. So could Muth be on the way out too with Najee?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Just saying, man. He couldn't wait to get rid of some of these guys.
If Muth were
he drafted Darnell at 93 last year.
If Muth were to leave, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
And maybe they do give the keys to Darnell.
Yeah.
Hey, go for the ride.
I think I'm very excited to see what Darnell Washington's going to do this year because if he can really prove himself, then sorry, Muth.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, but it's just we got this mountain, this just tower of a guy.
Bigfoot.
So yeah.
Bigfoot.
That's a good one. So it's just we'll see what happens. I want Muth to shine. I want Muth to burst onto the scene because he's definitely shown that. His first 2 years he showed that. Last year was just a dud, and it wasn't all completely his fault, but let's just see if he can really prove himself. If the Steelers are telling Najee prove yourself, then you do the same energy is sent to Muth.
Yeah.
So everyone's got to step up this year, especially in a new offensive scheme. They can't get complacent, man. Let's see. It took them years after Bell to find a good running back. I mean, Connor was solid. I thought Connor was solid. He wasn't here long, but Connor was solid.
No, Connor was good.
What was he here? 3 years? We had him 3 years?
2018, 19.
Yeah, I had him 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. In 2020, we had to use a lot of Benny Snell, unfortunately, because Connor was hurt. But yeah, but we
Connor was dependable.
Hold on, wait a minute. No.
Yeah, he was drafted 2017. Started 2018 because Bell sat out. 2019.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I always get 2020 and 2021 mixed. I don't know why.
How?
Because the years are flying by.
I get it, but come on, man.
The years are flying by, and I forget what was
come
COVID
on,
year and what
man.
wasn't. Yeah.
Get your years in order.
Yeah, we had Connor in 2020, and he was hurt most of the time, so we saw a lot of Benny Snell. And then we drafted Najee. Najee's been great with Warren.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, it's not hard to replace running back at the same time. It's not.
As a matter of fact, when it comes to Connor, I mean, him leaving the Steelers was probably the best thing for him. I mean, look what he's done in Arizona.
Yeah. That's what Kathy says. Hopefully Najee doesn't leave after the season. It'll be like Connor, who went to the Cardinals and played extremely well. I think Najee can still be a productive back in any offense. If he can be productive back in Canada's scheme, bro, yeah, he can be a productive guy in any scheme. He still has at least three good years of production.
How many times do you want to bet Najee saved Canada's ass when it came to...
That's exactly what happened.
When it came to potentially firing him?
That's exactly what happened.
Najee is why Canada stuck around. And Warren. But mainly Najee.
Yes, mainly. Well, also Kenny Pickett. Because that chemistry... like Arthur Clown said, oh, we don't want to get rid of Matt Canada because we think he's going to hinder Kenny's production because of that chemistry. It was one of the worst years I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, it wasn't. If I had to grade it, it's not even an F, it's a Z.
If that's as low as we're going to get, man, I don't want to go any lower. And we still made the playoffs that year. Thank you, Rudolph. Miss you, man. Good luck in Tennessee.
Best of luck in Tennessee. Maybe Levis shits the bed and he steps in, huh?
Wouldn't be the first quarterback room he's gone to where that happened.
I don't know.
Oh, man. Michael O'Malley, the O-line dictates how effective a running back is. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I mean, look at Bell. Not taking anything away from Bell, but, yeah, he relied a lot on his offensive line.
Yeah.
His patient run style, he had to wait.
Yeah, the Goon Squad, man.
Yeah. But even then, I look at Najee and I look at Warren. I see what they did with the lines they had. They're good backs. They're very good backs. Your favorite pick in the draft, Peyton Wilson. I don't even got to think about it. Peyton Wilson, man. I'm over the moon about that pick, man. That's the first thing I said when I heard Peyton Wilson. The first thing I said was, "What a steal!"
Here, I'll say this: the one I'm most excited for is Peyton Wilson, but my favorite is Zach Frazier.
There you go.
There.
That's a good one, man. Jaylen Samuels.
Who? Jaylen Samuels.
I forgot about him.
What about him? Mr. One Game. Huh?
I forgot about him.
Is he even still playing ball?
Is he with the Brahmas still, or is he cut?
I don't think he is.
Is he cut? He was cut. Damn.
Bro, he can't even make the XFL, bro. This man ran all over the Patriots?
Yup.
I mean, thank you. Thank you, Jaylen. But what happened after that? Nothing.
That was bad.
My man went quiet.
Wow, that was bad. Wow, you just flashbacks. Wow. Wow, dude. That's insane, man. I forgot about Samuel.
Cody, don't say his name.
Connor dropped wide open touchdowns, fumbled every game away, and couldn't get a yard on short distance. I'm not disagreeing. Connor wasn't Bell.
Yeah, Connor wasn't perfect, but he wasn't bad.
No, I don't think it was bad. I appreciated Connor, man.
Yeah, I mean, him having to... He wasn't even the anticipated starter, but because Bell sat out, Connor took the ball and literally ran with it.
Yeah.
I felt like he had a great first year starting.
Yeah, and then everything kind of went downhill.
Well, that I'm not disagreeing.
Well, yeah.
It definitely. It's why we went and got Najee.
Well, even that, I mean, he's done great in Arizona. I'm happy for his success.
I'll always support Connor.
Yeah.
I've always been a Connor fan.
Yeah. I get he wasn't the most productive, but I was a fan of Connor. Bill made that O-line look elite. Nah, I think it was the reverse. I think it was the other way concept. I think it was the other way. I can't take anything away from Bell, bro. He had a style. He had a run. He had an ability that was different. But not that line. Come on.
No, he didn't.
Come on,
Bell
man.
didn't exactly make the Jets O-line look great.
No, he didn't.
Just saying.
No. That line, bro, gave him the bag. Sorry.
Who remembers Jordan Todman? Remember that playoff game against Cincinnati? Jordan
Yes.
Todman, even Fitzgerald Toussaint. You know, that line was able to open up gaps, open up holes, and they were just able to run the ball up the hill.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, freaking D'Angelo Williams, man. The guy was 32 years old.
Yeah,
And we resurrected his fucking career.
Career resurgence. Yeah, didn't he lead the league in touchdowns in 2015?
Yeah, he was tied with it for like LeGarrette Blount, and I think a couple others too.
Yeah. Wow.
Like we resurrected D'Angelo Williams was fucking great.
D'Angelo Williams was great.
A big component of that was the O-line though, but D. Will was very good.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Let me see. Don't think the Steelers will separate Najee and Warren. I don't think so either, Kathy. I don't think so either. I think they got something. I think they got something good for Najee. I think they got something to benefit him. Looking forward to picking up a Peyton Wilson jersey soon. I'm not going to pick up his jersey yet, but he's definitely going to be one I'm going to be eyeing down the road. I think he's going to be a phenomenal playmaker for us. I know the injuries are concerning, but I mean he hasn't been hurt since 2021.
Mm-hmm.
He's changed his diet. He's changed his physical therapy. He's changed the way he takes care of his body. He's changed his training clearly. So I mean he's fine to me. No ACL, no problem. I'm excited for Peyton Wilson, man. Do you guys still have a James Conner jersey when we draft him? Yes, I do.
Yep.
Yeah, still got. I think is it a color rush I got?
I got color rush too. Yeah.
Yeah, I got James Conner. I still got Juju too. I mean, I don't get rid of jerseys. Well, I got rid of ABs. I ain't gonna lie. I got rid of ABs. I sold it on eBay for $20. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I sold AB, bro. I was butthurt. But no, I mean I don't get rid of my old jerseys, man. I don't. I just keep them. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, hey, I remember this. Remember that time? Remember that was cool.
Yeah, I remember Juju.
Yeah. Yeah, like your Claypool jersey.
Bro, I didn't even ask for that one. That was a Christmas gift from my brother-in-law.
I know.
Shout out to Ryan. I mean, like, thank you, bro, but, like, why? I know he had
He bought into the Claypool hype, too.
Bro, his rookie year was his peak year. How is that possible?
I don't know.
He had 4 touchdowns against Philly.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Like, what happened?
I don't know.
What happened? Did the hype just get to his head? Did he just say, screw this? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
Isaac Redman.
Yeah. Remember Isaac Redman?
Man. Remember, who was that one back before Bell? What was it, Jonathan Dwyer? Anybody remember him?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Let me ask you, Dwyer or Snell?
I was big on Snell coming out of Kentucky too, dude.
I think most of us are, really. A lot of production at the college level. In the NFL, forget about it. I remember one game where he showed up. That was that Giants game, and Ben's first game back
Yep.
in 2020. After that, I don't know what happened.
I don't know either.
The only thing he had running for his career, I don't even know where he is now. I don't know if he's signed or whatnot, but the only thing that he had running in his career was the mouth guard, the mouthpiece. It's like a fidget spinner or something.
I think it's a fan spinner or something.
Whatever it was, yeah.
Where's Benny Snow football?
I have no idea.
He's still 26 years old, bro. 26
He's still
years old.
young.
He's out the league. Oh, he's playing. Oh, he's in the. Hold on.
What?
Wait, where's he at? Well, the last I heard from him in the NFL, of course, he went to the Steelers graveyard. He went to the Arizona Cardinals for a workout on Halloween last year.
Boy, they really were in for a scare, huh?
I guess.
I
don't.
It obviously didn't work out.
I don't know where he's at now. I hope he's doing well, but I don't know where the hell he's at now.
I don't know.
Man. Yeah, but
That was another swing and a miss.
Yeah, it was.
Uh,
Yeah, I was hyped when we drafted Snell too, man. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I was hyped as hell when we got Snell. Benny with the what was it? Propeller or spinner? It was some fan looking majiggy. Yeah. I have an autographed Tree Archer jersey. How the hell are you gonna get rid of that?
Bareface. I'll one up you. I got an autographed Sean Davis jersey.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that?
Bro, I paid like $20 for it. That was when he wore 28. Anybody remember his rookie year when he wore 28 before he switched to 21?
I do.
Yeah, I have an autographed Sean Davis jersey. It's just in the back of my closet, just sitting there. I don't know what to do with it. I have no idea.
What are you gonna do with that?
It's just there. Like it's worth nothing. It's worthless.
I'll tell you right now, man. You could put that on eBay. Ain't no one searching up, Sean Davis autographed jersey. Except I'm gonna do it right now because I want to see if there's anything out there.
Bro, how much would it be? I highly doubt it's worth $30.
What the hell?
Not that. No. You gotta put in Steelers. You gotta put in Steelers.
Oh man.
Who the hell is Sean Davis in soccer?
I don't watch soccer. I don't know. I don't watch the MLS.
$100.
It's a football.
Who cares?
Signed Steelers field, huh?
Oh, field worn?
Yeah, for $33. Wow.
There you go.
Bro, there's no value. There's no value. I don't even know what to do. What do you do with that?
Nathan says, I hope Dan Moore doesn't start this year at left tackle.
Bro, Jerry Dulac said that, and no, it's not. That can't happen. That's stupid. Then why draft 2 top tackles?
Well, here's my thought process on that, right? They trade up for Broderick, and Khan said eventually he'll play left tackle. He's drafted to be a left tackle. Then they go into the first round, 20th overall, and they get a guy that they ranked number 2 just after Joe Alt. If you have him ranked that high, yeah, he's starting.
Yeah, I know. I don't
and
understand
Troy
that.
Fautanu.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't care about his experience, his veteranship. Like, none of that.
No.
There's a reason you selected this guy, and that's to replace the other guy that's not doing his job well.
Right.
Simple as that. If Dan Moore wants to take him under his wing, by all means, he did that last year with Broderick, and I can commend Dan Moore on that. I'm sure he's a great guy off the field. He's helping these other linemen. He's helping these youngsters. He's helping these rookies. Take them under his wing, trying to teach them anything that he's learned at the NFL level. Good.
Right.
But as far as starting in the NFL, being a starting left tackle, not anymore. Simple as that.
No.
He's just not a good football player. He can be a good backup. He can be a good swing tackle.
He's a solid backup, but no.
As a starter, no. That's Broderick and Fautanu. Simple as that.
No, I just don't see where he fits in. You know, like, yeah, he could be. I think he'd be a good swing tackle. He has experience at both.
That's a good
spots.
role for him. That's a good role.
Well, there's a reason we drafted tackles in back-to-back years. You know. Dan Moore started the last 3, and he's been serviceable. He's been like Chuck's, serviceable, but not a long-term option. And, you know, we can do better, and we did do better. So, I mean, maybe he can be the swing guy from now on and, you know, see what happens there.
Yeah, maybe.
What about Cam Sutton return? You got to see what's up with him and his situation first.
I think the Steelers are just trying to check on what's going on with him, his mental state, and just the legal system, what he's going through. I'm anticipating that they're waiting for it to play out and see what happens, and then they'll just go from there.
Yeah, I guess that'll be the case. I mean, could happen, could not. It's just one of those things. We'll wait and see. Terrell Edmonds reunion on the horizon. I seen it on the reports. Where'd you see that?
Yeah, John. I didn't hear anything about that.
Where would Terrell fit? Where would Terrell Edmonds fit?
He honestly nowhere.
He fits nowhere. We already got a starting strong safety. His name's Deshaun Elliott. Where would Edmonds fit?
They have KZ as the backup to both. Don't they still have Trenton Thompson, too? I think they still have him. Maybe if they want to bring back Eric Rowe to be a depth guy.
Yeah,
I'd do that.
You know, it's kind of messed up. He has no market. I'm being honest, man. I think it's messed up. He has no market. You know, I get he's not the best player in the world. You know, there's definitely a lot of better safeties out there. But I think he's solid. I think he could still start on a certain squad somewhere.
He came up big for us.
Yeah, no,
in that Jags game, he got the interception.
It's not, he's just. I think he's a reliable run defender, and he doesn't miss a single game.
He's very serviceable. He's a serviceable starter.
But there's just no fit for him here anymore. So I don't see how the Steelers would bring him
Maybe
back.
he goes to the Bears. Maybe he goes with Tremaine.
Maybe. Wouldn't they assign him by now?
Yeah, maybe, but
Wouldn't Ryan Poles assign him by now?
it's never too late. It's never too late.
Do they need a safety?
I don't even know who their safeties are. Outside of, what is it, Jaquan Brisker?
Jaquan Brisker, he's nice.
Who's the other one? I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you. Call me a casual. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we need safety, though. It's maybe another corner. Who that is, I don't know. And no, I don't want Stephon Gilmore either. He's too old. You want Patrick Peterson all over again. You might as well just get Peterson. Just saying.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, Kevin, is that Kevin Byard?
They did sign Kevin Byard. That's right. I forgot all about that. Wow. Okay. All right, so they good then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think of where he would fit. Unless he's going to be a depth piece. Maybe work special teams.
Could do that. They could absolutely do that.
I could see it. You want to work him
If
in
he's interested.
You want to work him in sub packages. You want to work him in the box. He's capable of doing it. He's familiar with the scheme. It's not a bad idea. I just don't know where he fits.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, how is Justin Simmons still available, dude?
Probably.
John, how is he still available?
I'm speculating it's his asking price. He may want a good bargain, but
There's no. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. No, Eric Rowe is still not on the roster. He's still a free agent.
Still out there.
I'd like to bring him back. I thought he was cool coming off the couch. But I just...
He made a good play here and there.
Yeah.
He came up big in some of those games, actually.
Yeah, he did. He got a pick and everything. I would like to bring him in as a special teams piece, potentially. So, I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Because I don't know where else we would need a safety. Only thing I'm focused on right now is receiver and corner.
Pretty much.
It's really all I'm focused on right now. Otherwise, I don't know who we'd sign at receiver. I don't know who we sign at corner. So it's just it's one of those points where it's dead at this point.
Yeah.
It's one of those really dead periods, and Khan's gonna try to continue to brew up someone to trade for. He's gonna call around and look for anyone he can look into. And again, it might not be now, might not be tomorrow, might not be next week, might not be next month, but maybe at one point, maybe sometime it could happen. So just it's possible.
Yeah.
So sign Xavier and Howard. Xavier and Howard.
Hard. You went hard.
I had a list right there.
Okay.
Xavier and Howard. I don't know how he's a free agent either. But I'm thinking to myself.
Well, he's not any younger. Or not that much younger,
No,
right?
but we already have 2 starting corners.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Who's our slot corner?
There.
Who is our slot corner?
Oh, nobody.
Is it Beanie Bishop? Is it Beanie?
I guess it is.
Is it Casey? Chad, serious question. Who would be our slot corner right now?
Let me look at the roster. See.
Gilmore, good or bad? Bad. I'd bring back Peterson.
Yeah, yeah.
Concept, bro.
I don't know who our slot corner is.
According to concept, it's Fields.
Well, shit. If Johnston don't work out, how about we put him at punter, huh?
No.
Huh?
No. We might as well fake it every down. Beanie Bishop or Darius Rush right now. I could see that. I could see Rush in the slot. I like that. A tall slot option with incredible speed.
They could exercise that.
I like that. Maybe that's something to entertain. Keep Trice as that rotational piece. I could see that. Peyton Wilson was wearing number 41 in the season. Yeah, that's a little awkward for me because every time I see 41,
You are scarred by that number. Yeah, I get it.
every time I see that number, it's just the font of it. Every time I look at it, I see Antoine Blake.
Valentino Blake. God, he was so bad.
Thankfully, Spillane made it look good, but you know, even
Spillane was very, very solid. I'm glad he's doing well in Las Vegas.
dude, if I got sport a 41 Peyton Wilson jersey,
It's Dude.
no, what I'm saying is I will.
Okay, good.
But
good,
not
good.
immediately.
Well, listen.
Not immediately.
The number doesn't make the player. The player makes the number. If the number made the player, Bush would be still here. Let's be real.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, God, the chat. Oh, excited to see how Plumlee fits. No Diddy. Oh, God. Oh, that's great. Elliott is good, though. I'll give you that. No, I think Elliott's going to be nice, man. I think Elliott is he's a quality player around the league. He has been for a while. He's going to compliment Minka nice. He's going to let Minka do what Minka's got to do, man.
Elliott's going to do very good in the run defense.
Plumlee instant cut. I don't think so. Right now he's the fourth quarterback, quote unquote, and they can entertain him anywhere else. Yeah, wide receiver 2 right now is Roman Wilson for sure. Yeah, as of now, and I think it's going to remain the same going forward because there's no one out there right now that's going to be the 2.
No,
Not Boyd, not Zay Jones, not whoever else is out there. Not Odell, who we don't want. No one wants Odell. I don't know who else is out there. Like, none of those people, dude. Unless we trade for a big receiver, no one's going to be the 2 outside of Roman Wilson. It's not a terrible option. I'm excited for his opportunity. I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm excited for Roman Wilson, man. Simmons would be slot over Elliott, I feel like. Yeah, Simmons would be in the slot, yes. Dude, Simmons, oh, God.
yeah, I know. Simmons would be nice in the slot. He could work there. He has before several times.
Yeah, he's a versatile piece. He's more of that free-ranging free safety, but, you know, he's shown he can work in the box. He can work in the slot. In fact, I'm curious. Let me see. What are his slot reps, though?
Plenty.
Move your keyboard. Thank you.
Yeah, you got to get it right.
Oh, my God.
Plenty. Yeah.
Yo, call him up. Call him
Hey, if
up.
you want
That's
to.
filthy. Call him up.
If you want to.
Call him up. Look, he can work in the box. Oh, my God. This guy. Call him up.
Them 3 safety sets they like to do, too.
Call him up. Casey, sorry, but call him up. Wow, dude. If we get Justin Simmons, man, that's dirty. That is dirty. They should do that.
That would be filthy.
They should do that.
That would. I mean, like, defenses would be fucking scared.
They should.
Scared.
They should do that. I keep forgetting he's out there, man. He's got to be a top free agent out there. Who else is out there?
I couldn't tell you.
Dude, how is he still out there, man? If I'm the Steelers, bro, I'm calling him up. I'm giving him $7 million. If you can get him cheaper, even better. Dude, I don't know why I don't do that yet.
Would he sell it for $7 million?
Probably.
Some tells me he may want more. I don't know.
For 1 year?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I bring in. At least we know Simmons, man. I know he's a little up there, but even with Simmons, you're getting a good player. Can you imagine Simmons and oh my God, you can swap Simmons and Minka's roles if you wanted to, dude.
Hey, 31's available.
It is.
Yeah, I mean we don't have Keanu Neal no more.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That'd be dirty.
Call him up.
That'd be dirty. I'd do it. Yeah, I'd do it. Yeah, they should totally do that. Man. Dude, this guy has had no less than 2 interceptions every single year he's played. I'd do it. Wow. That's fire. That's fire. They should do that. Dude, if they do that, this defense is off the chains. This defense is off limits, dude. It's over.
Who would have thought of Simmons and Minka tandem?
Dude, I don't even care what.
Just have them both on the
Dude,
same
those,
field.
those opposing offenses, man, just be looking at the defense. Like, it's over. It's over.
As if they don't have to look over T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith's direction already.
Yeah, I know. And Benton.
Or even JPJ.
God. Dude, they should do
or
that.
Queen.
Dude, or Queen. Or Peyton Wilson, bro. Damn!
Hyping up this damn defense, bro.
Come on,
There's
man.
no reason why this defense can't be a fucking stud.
It is.
Like, come on, man. Come
God,
on.
dude, they got to do that. They got to do that. Even if it's just a year, they got to do that. I think that'd be dirty.
Hey, they're in win now mode, just load the roster.
Who else is he going to go?
Where else is he gonna go? He's gonna want to go with a winning team. Steelers could be one of them.
Yeah, man. Get Simmons on the field very often. Just move him and Minka around. You could just swap them between the slot and up deep if you wanted to. You want to put them in the box? Yeah, you can do that. Dirty, man. Yeah, they should totally explore that. Wow. Shit, where's it at? If you, I thought they were trying to get him pre-draft. I didn't hear anything. I figured, if they were, that would have came out, unless I missed it.
I heard nothing.
It's very possible. I mean, there's been nothing yet. In fact, latest, according to Sports Illustrated, as of April 10th, said that the Steelers are believed to be out on Justin Simmons.
Okay.
Oh, well, granted, Jerry Dulac said that, so it's...
You can't really take what he says really legitimate, or more so his takes or his speculations.
Yeah, he does got that Russ connection. Yeah.
All it takes is a phone call.
Simmons and DK for a Rush reunion. Maybe that's the reunion they was alluding to on X, man.
And in that case, really.
Let's ride.
Shit.
Fuck it, we're going all in. Throwing all the chips in. That would be nuts. Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen on the field together. We're going to get it, Nathan. We're going to get it at some point. I don't know if Peyton Wilson starts day one. He can. He can start day one right now. I don't know if they will. They might put Roberts there initially.
That's still wild, though.
And have Peyton Wilson as that rotational piece on passing downs. But
he fell that far.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And we got him.
And we traded Pickett for Peyton Wilson.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
Brings a smile on my face, even at 12:06 a.m. right now, man. How much cap space do we have? Rob, you should know that.
Here, I can check it really quick here. I think it's 19 mil?
Really?
I believe. Currently, if I'm not mistaken. If I were to look right here.
19?
18 mil. Still.
So we still have to sign the draft class and got however much we got left over.
Yeah.
Damn.
They could still do restructures if they wanted to.
Man, he got something going, dude.
Yeah. They got a lot of cushion there.
Nah, man, Khan's got something brewing. 18 million still? I remember when we couldn't even get to 18 million. I know the cap increases every year, but that's to our benefit now.
Bro, we could barely stretch 4 mil.
Bro. That's why Colbert couldn't do anything. And when he did, he still failed. Sorry, Colt, but my God.
Yeah.
Just
You had to rely on Omar Khan to make the space.
Well, yeah, and that's why he got promoted.
Thank God.
Thank God. And then they brought in Andy Waddle as an assistant. He's been phenomenal.
Big time.
Had a quarterback making $40 million, we would be $20 million under the cap right now. Well, thankfully we don't have that. And we're not going to have that for a while.
Good.
We might not have that for another, I don't know how many years, but I know it ain't going to be soon. Fields or Wilson ain't making that money. If we draft a rookie, they definitely ain't making that money.
Nope.
So that's one of the benefits of this team is they ain't got to pay this quarterback all this money. It kind of hurt them towards the tail end of bench because they threw a lot of money at him when, there was physical evidence. There was diminishing play, and they still threw money at him. But that's in the past now.
Yeah.
So we're kind of onward and upward because, we're looking at a great team right now. We're looking at a great squad. We're looking at a phenomenal football team, which could be getting better. So, yeah, man. But I think that's going to do it for tonight's live stream. I think that's going to do it for episode 72 of the Steeler Culture Podcast. So I want to thank every single last, each and one of you for chatting with us tonight, for tuning in tonight for some news regarding the Steelers declining Najee Harris's fifth-year option, man. I think there's something extra to this, but it could just be as simple as they decline it, they want to see if he can prove himself one more time, and then we'll go from there. But there might be more to this than we think. One thing I've noticed, and I say this a lot, but I'll say it again here. There's always something extra to something Khan does. It's nothing so simple or nothing so basic. He always has something extra going on with a decision he makes. So we won't know the answers probably for a while, but we'll know those answers eventually. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, man, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Appreciate every last one of you on this Thursday night. And, we'll have another short out, I think, tomorrow. It's already up it's not up, but it's ready for upload. So yesterday, we uploaded a short regarding Peyton Wilson and the reporting from Rappaport about his having no ACL in one of his knees and what Omar Khan said on the Pat McAfee show. So we're going to have something similar out with Roman Wilson. That'll be out tomorrow, so you guys can look forward to that. Can't wait to get that out. Otherwise, we're still going to have some content popping out, so stay tuned, man. Appreciate you guys for sticking with us, even post the draft. So with that being said, man, we're going to get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of our night. You guys do the same thing. We'll see you next time, man. Here we go, Steelers.
As always, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
Peace! Yeah, man.
How about that transition?
Yeah, it's fresh. It's new.
Yeah.
Trying to get some upgrades going, man.
It's a football right to your face. Yeah. Maybe Morgan Burnett can finally see what a football is.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, buddy.
To this day, they say he's still looking up.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And
that's in Oakland.
Now you're going to make me get the fucking photo.
That's in Oakland, man.
Now you're going to make me get the fucking
That wasn't even Las Vegas.
Now you're going to make me get the photo.
Yeah, that was a wild season. What was that, 2018?
Yeah. You're going to make me get that. Hold on, guys. We're not out of here yet. I got to get this damn photo. I just got to get this photo. Hold on. For those that don't know what Rob's talking about, you're going to find out in a couple seconds. Oh, man. Let me find it. I think about this picture in this play pretty often, actually.
Bro, his hand's right there. Like, dude.
What is he looking at? 2018 was such a stupid year. 2018 was a dumb year, bro. That was a stupid. We lost this game.
Hey, that's behind us.
This game cost us a playoff spot in 2018, man.
That's behind us.
It was AB's last year, too.
Uh-huh.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. That's hilarious, though. That's hilarious. I think about this more times than I should, but it's absolutely hilarious. Oh, God, that's funny.
All right.
That's funny.
Just trying to poke fun.
Bro, what?
Hey, don't disrespect my boy Dobbs, all right? Don't disrespect my boy Dobbs. I don't disagree, though. I really don't.
Well, what are they doing with Ben, though?
Well, no, they said he was clear. Okay, I guess we're gonna keep going. They said he was cleared at halftime, but Tomlin didn't put him in because he thought that the offense had great flow with Dobbs. I remember that very vividly.
What flow?
What flow, bro? We weren't scoring.
No flow, bro. Like, dude, that game was awful. There was no flow.
That game was terrible.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh boy.
Ben had cracked ribs. Did he? He looked fine to me.
He was cleared.
Looked fine to me.
He was cleared.
Didn't he play the next game?
Yeah, he played the next snap. After Dobbs threw the pick, Ben went back in.
Oh my!
Why are we talking about a 2018 game?
Because you brought this up.
Bro, I was just
because
trying,
of the transition.
You put the picture. I was just making a joke.
Well, you brought it up because of the transition. Because you said
that's a badass transition.
Because you said Morgan Burnett can now see the ball in his face. No, did he?
Well, yeah, it's right there.
I'm just saying.
Morgan, it's right there. Why are you looking up?
Oh, shit. Oh, God. All right, we're done.
Okay, for real, we're done.
We're done.
Have a good night.